Rain poured heavily over the quiet streets that night, washing away the dust of a tired city. Ethan drove slowly, the wipers rhythmically clearing his view as his 6-year-old son, Noah, slept peacefully in the back seat. He had just finished his second shift, exhausted but grateful. Life as a single dad wasn't easy, but Noah's laughter made every struggle worth it. As he turned into a narrow lane, something caught his eye: a tiny figure, drenched and trembling, standing alone by the roadside. A little girl, no older than 5, hugging a torn pink backpack. Ethan slammed on the brakes and rushed out. "Hey, sweetheart, are you okay?" he asked gently, kneeling beside her. Her lips quivered. I can't find my mommy. She was right here, and then she was gone." Ethan's heart clenched. He wrapped his jacket around her tiny shoulders. "It's okay. You're safe now. We'll find your mom together, okay?" She nodded weakly, eyes wide with fear and trust, the kind of look only a lost child could have. He couldn't just leave her. He brought her into his car, covered her with a blanket, and offered her Noah's extra juice box. "What's your name?" he asked. "Lily," she whispered. Something about that name tugged deep in his chest, familiar, almost painful. But he pushed it aside. The priority was finding her family. After calling the local police, Ethan waited in the car, glancing at Lily through the mirror. She had fallen asleep beside Noah, their small hands almost touching. In that quiet moment, Ethan felt something stir, a memory of another time, another little girl's laughter, and a promise he once made to someone he thought he'd never see again. When an officer finally arrived, he informed Ethan that the girl's mother had been searching frantically nearby. Ethan drove to the meeting point, the park just a few blocks away. As he stepped out, holding Lily's hand, his heart pounded strangely, and then he saw her, standing under a streetlight, soaked, her hair clinging to her face, was a woman Ethan would recognize anywhere: Sophie, his first love. The one he'd lost years ago. The one who had taken half his heart with her when life tore them apart. For a moment, neither of them moved. The rain, the world, everything faded, just two souls caught between past and present. Sophie rushed forward, crying as she embraced her daughter. "Lily! Oh my God, I thought I'd lost you." Ethan stood quietly, the weight of years pressing down. When Sophie finally looked up at him, her eyes widened in disbelief. "Ethan?" He smiled faintly. "Hey, sophomore." The name fell from his lips like a memory he'd kept buried too long. She took a shaky breath. You found my daughter." "I guess I did," he said softly, glancing at Lily. "She's brave. Reminds me of you." Sophie's eyes filled with tears, not just from relief, but from everything unspoken. They stood there, the rain washing away the silence between them. The next morning, Ethan couldn't shake the encounter from his mind. Sophie. After all these years. He remembered the summer before college when they dreamed of forever, until her father's job moved her away without warning. Letters stopped, life went on, and heartbreak hardened into acceptance, but seeing her again reopened every scar. Later that day, Sophie showed up at Ethan's small cafe, where he worked mornings. She looked hesitant, holding Lily's hand. "I wanted to thank you," she said quietly. "You didn't have to stop last night. Most people wouldn't have." Ethan smiled. "It's what any parent would do." Sophie looked around, the old cafe filled with laughter, warm lights, and the smell of fresh bread. "You own this place?" "Yeah. My dream, I guess. Keeps us going." He nodded toward the photo of Noah on the counter. "That's my boy." Lily waved to Noah, who peeked shyly from the kitchen window. The kids instantly connected, giggling over spilled flour and shared cookies. It felt too natural, almost like the universe was mending something it had once broken. As they talked, old memories resurfaced: walks by the river, letters never sent, and the night he promised he'd find her again someday. Sophie admitted that life hadn't been easy after her husband's death. She had moved back to town hoping for a fresh start for Lily, and never imagined the past would greet her on a rainy night. The more time they spent together, the more the years between them melted away. Their kids became inseparable, pulling them into dinners, picnics, and small laughter-filled moments that felt dangerously close to home. But love, no matter how strong, always faces its test. One evening, Sophie got an unexpected job offer in another city, one she couldn't afford to refuse. The thought of losing her again hit Ethan harder than he expected. He stood by the park where they first met again, watching Lily and Noah chase each other through the golden leaves. Sophie joined him quietly. Maybe we were never meant to find each other again, she whispered. Ethan shook his head. Or maybe, we were meant to find each other when we were ready. Tears glistened in her eyes. You really think that? He smiled, voice soft. I don't believe in coincidences anymore. You came back into my life through your daughter, the same way love came back when I thought I'd lost it. Lily ran up, holding both their hands, innocent and bright. Can we all go home now? She asked. Sophie and Ethan exchanged a look, one filled with the quiet understanding that sometimes, fate doesn't bring people together for the first time, it brings them back when they're strong enough to stay. That night, as the lights of the cafe glowed warm against the evening, Ethan realized something simple but profound: love doesn't always fade with time. Sometimes, it just waits for the right moment to return, and this time, he wasn't going to let it go.